Well, I think if you look at it, if you're going to institute BRT, you're by definition cutting into some of the space that is available for cars. But on the one hand, but on the other hand, if you have that dedicated roadway, right, you're going to be unclogging the streets of buses that are look at Van Ness Corridor all the time, right? Buses pull over to the right, they get clogged up. Cars then can't use the lanes. I mean, even though it might look like you're taking away some roadway, in practice, you're probably actually making more efficient use of the space because it's in a dedicated roadway. So I think actually that could help alleviate traffic congestion in those heavily traveled corridors. Okay. Well, I've gotten a lot of heat the last couple of weeks because, you know, I've said that I don't think at $1.6 billion that the as currently designed, the Central Subway is a prudent investment. I supported the project at $650 million. At $1.6 billion, when the route is changed, when I don't believe that it is any longer living up to what the 4 corridors plan for Muni talked about, which was connecting communities. And if you look at the connections, by virtue of the fact that 4th and King, if you want to get back onto the Muni system that goes along the Embarcadero, you have to get off and go over where the Caltrain station is. Then, when it gets to Market Street, it doesn't stop at Market Street. It's really a Union Square station, and you have to walk 1,000 feet and up and down some escalators to get back into the Muni Metro system. And then it stops midway in Chinatown with no guarantee of funding to get it to North Beach or Fisherman's Wharf. I'm very, very concerned when you look at the cost of it for 1.7 miles, $1.6 billion, and look at what the ridership projections from Muni have shown, that the ridership projections have gone down, the cost of operations has gone up significantly, which to me indicates a great threat to the overall operational capability of the Muni system, and a potentially negative impact on the riding public at a time when Muni is scraping by for dollars to fund its operations. I have real concerns about it, and that's what informed me changing my position. Okay. I know that there's the FTA full funding agreement has been submitted, and I'm continuing to talk with stakeholders in Muni, find out exactly what the process is, but you know, we're just going to continue to move forward, and I think that everybody continue to move forward to ask the hard questions, which I think we need to answer, because we need to make sure that the taxpayer is protected, because ultimately whatever federal money that we were to get, we're on the hook for any cost overruns on this thing. And I am not going to be in a position to threaten the entirety of the Muni system for a system that is not, for a spur that is not going to serve the greater interest of all communities and connecting communities like it was supposed to. Right, and they're already sitting there talking about raising your fines and parking meter rates more. We need to be vigilant on this. That's why I've always said we need to go to zero-based budgeting in this city and make sure that we're matching our funding to our expenditures and having a real conversation with folks about the importance of investing in infrastructure. And that's why when I talked early about why I thought BRT was important, if we provide a reliable, certain, safe experience for Muni riders that is frequent and is getting them where they want to go, and they see value in it, you're going to attract new riders, and you are going to have riding public that is going to be willing to invest in the system, and I think that's important. I would say I'd be the 22 Fillmore. Which it's you know, a trolley line, which I ride. If you look at it, I think that the 22 Fillmore is one of the most interesting routes because it goes through so many different communities, and you really experience the diversity of San Francisco. It's not a fast line, but I mean, I challenge you. You start in the marina. Let's just say you start in the marina, right? You can start in the marina, go down there, have walk around, do a little exercise on the beach, hop on the 22 Fillmore, go up, stop off for a cup of coffee in Pacific Heights, walk around, shop a little bit, get back on the line, stop in the Mission for lunch, get off at 16th and Mission, tour around the Mission, experience that, have lunch, get back on the thing. At the end of the day, you stop at 20th and 3rd, across from the old Potrero police station. You can stop there, walk down the street 2 blocks to Moshi Moshi, 18th and 3rd, where you get the best martini in San Francisco. So I think you get a great experience of the full diversity of San Francisco, and it's a nice ride, and I've taken it many times myself.